Overseas now to where it's been a violent few days in Afghanistan. 6 U.S. soldiers killed there this weekend in 2 separate attacks, one by the Taliban at the same base where Prince Harry is deployed. So was he a target, and is the prince's very public deployment putting other lives in danger? ABC's Mohammed Leela is in Kabul this morning with the very latest. Mohammed, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Elizabeth. Anti-riot police have been out here in full force today after a series of protests here turned violent. As for the prince, well, he is still on his base just days after the Taliban nearly got to him.
Hundreds of protesters swept through the city, anti-American fever on full display, just days after the Taliban pulled off what many thought was impossible. They stormed Camp Bastion, a sprawling 20-square-mile concrete fortress. Their target, the airfield where Prince Harry's Apache helicopter was parked. The prince himself, who was at least a mile away, reportedly wanted to fight, but British Secret Service whisked him away to a safe room the moment the attack happened.
The Taliban were able to execute this attack in a quite professional manner. They were able to do reconnaissance, posing as farmers and watching how the Marines worked on base, where they worked.
Using weapons they'd reportedly buried in the sand outside the base, 15 Taliban fighters disguised in American uniforms blew a hole through the outer wall, storming inside with automatic rifles, suicide vests, and grenade launchers. Under the cover of darkness, the firefight lasted for hours, leaving 2 U.S. Marines dead and 9 coalition personnel wounded.
You had 15 essential suicide attackers roaming individually on the base, firing up, blowing things up.
By the time the smoke had cleared, the insurgents had damaged or destroyed 8 Harrier jets worth at least $20 million each, 3 refueling stations, and 6 aircraft hangars.
Now, guys, here's the dilemma moving forward. If the British pull the prince out the way they did the last time he was here, the Taliban will claim it as a victory. And if they leave the prince here deployed, he'll continue to put himself and those around him at greater risk.